Hello everyone, today I'm going to tell you a real fascinating story. So we have a budgie bird, she's a female, and we called her Mrs. Bluebell. She's over than 5 years old. One day we were surprised. We came to our living room and we saw her outside the cage. We put her back inside the cage. Everyone asked how did she get out of the cage? No one knew how she did it. So we made a plan in order to discover how she escapes the cage. We put a camera close to the cage and turned it on, and we left her alone for a couple of hours. While we were waiting, everyone was curious if she was going to do it again and what was her way of escaping the cage. We came back after some hours and we saw her outside the cage again. So we stopped the camera to watch the video that you are watching with us right now. She discovered that the top of her nesting box is moving and that it can be opened. She knew that because every single time she hits the lid, she can see some light going through. Although Mrs. Bluebell is very old, she tried tons of times to push the lid up to achieve her goal. And the most fascinating thing about Mrs. Bluebell is that she's so intelligent that she doesn't just push the top of the lid, but while she does that, she checks if there isn't anything on top of the lid that's stopping her from escaping. As you can see, her neighbor, Mr. Silver, our cockatiel, was curious about what she was trying to do. Of course, she was trying to escape. As you can see, she tried many times. She checked many times if there was something on top of the cage that's holding her or holding the top of the lid. So as you can see, she used her beak and her feet to launch her and help her escape the cage. And basically in seconds, she escaped, as you can see. She was free. She was calm. She wasn't afraid or worried about anything. She wasn't doing anything wrong. As I said, Mrs. Bluebell is old and she's weak. Her wings are weak, so she can't really fly away. So she stayed where she was. She started looking around and exploring. Then she saw Mr. Silver, our cockatiel. She tried to bother him while he was inside the cage, but she couldn't harm him and he couldn't harm her because he was inside his cage. After we watched the video of the escape, we decided to do another experiment. We asked ourselves, can Mrs. Bluebell get back inside her cage by herself? So we put the camera again and opened the top of her nesting box. Then she came close to the top of the nesting box and looked many times carefully to make sure if it is safe for her to get back inside. And yes, she has done it, and she went inside. And Aziz quickly closed the lid. Did you enjoy the story? And did you expect this? Are you surprised? We were surprised. Please answer the questions down in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'd like to thank you for listening.